The family of rapper DMX, whose real name is Earl Simmons, says that he's died at a New York hospital. He was put on...
DMX problems with substance abuse. On April 9, 2021, it was reported that the famous American rapper and songwriter named DMX has passed away. While he was admitted to hospital following a heart attack, it is believed that the rapper passed away because of a drug overdose. Hey guys, welcome back to Rap Trends, and in today's video, we are going to talk about DMX's problems with substance abuse. So make sure you guys watch this whole video until the end. But before we start, make sure you guys leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button. I regularly upload content related to rappers and other celebrities, so if you want to receive a notification each time I upload an interesting video on this channel, press that bell icon. Now without further ado, let's get right into this. DMX was tricked into smoking at the age of 14. On April 2nd, rapper DMX, whose real name is Earl Simmons, was rushed to the hospital after suffering a heart attack. At that time, his former manager, Nikia Walker, stated in an interview with the New York Times that the rapper was in a vegetative state. On the other hand, Earl's attorney, Murray Richmond, said, "We are concerned. It would be disingenuous of me to suggest that I'm not a worried man at this particular point." According to various reports, the heart attack happened because of a drug overdose. While the rapper struggled with drug addiction throughout much of his life, he spent time in rehab and was involved in various legal issues because of a drug possession. A vigil was held on April 5th outside of White Plains Hospital in New York. Let me tell you that DMX was receiving a treatment at this hospital. Moreover, the vigil was held by Earl's family, who stated, "We ask that you please keep Earl and us in your thoughts, wishes, and prayers, as well as respect our privacy as we face these challenges." It is worth mentioning that the crowd included his fans, family, ex-wife Tashira Williams, and fiancée Desiree Lindstrom. The rapper was the father of 15 children, and his youngest son is just 4 years old. His family also said Earl was a warrior who fought to the very end. Earl's music inspired countless fans across the world, and his iconic legacy will live on forever. He was a leading hip-hop artist who first got fame with the release of his debut album titled "It's Dark and Hell is Hot" back in 1998. In 1999, DMX released his best-selling album titled "And Then There Was X." On April 3rd, his attorney confirmed that Earl was on life support. He then suffered cerebral hypoxia. By April 9th, he had lost functionality in multiple essential organs, including kidneys, liver, and lungs. It all started when Simmons was tricked into smoking at the age of 14 years old. Let me tell you that the rapper was found unresponsive in a Ramada Inn parking lot in Yonkers in New York on February 10, 2016. According to a witness, Earl had previously ingested some sort of substance before collapsing. However, no illegal substances were found on the property. Moreover, Earl said that it was from an asthma attack. During his life, he served jail sentences on charges including animal cruelty, reckless driving, and drug and weapons possession. In November 2020, the rapper got vulnerable in an interview with Talib Kweli on his People's Party show. The rapper shared his story of crack addiction and how it all started. DMX said, "I learned that I had to deal with the things that hurt me. I didn't really have anybody to talk to in the hood. Nobody wants to hear that. Talking about your problems is viewed as a sign of weakness, when actually it's one of the bravest things you could do. One of the bravest things you could do is put it out on the table, chop it up, and just let it out." Talking about his journey with drug abuse, he said that his mentor gave him something to smoke when he was 14. It was during the mid-1980s when DMX was just starting in the music industry. The rapper met a local rapper named Reddy Ron, who later became his mentor. DMX said during his interview with Talib, "I didn't smoke. I didn't do anything." The rapper started to explain and said, "This guy, he introduced me to the best part of my life, which would be rap." But the rapper choked up as he described that Ron was like an older brother to him, but also the man who introduced him to the greatest curse without telling him. DMX explained he was like 30 and knew I looked up to him. Why would you do that to someone who looks up to you? Here it is worth noting that his life included a childhood filled with emotional abuse as well as physical abuse. He was abandoned by his parents, and he was arrested for the first time at the age of 15. In fact, Richmond said his life experiences were horrible. I've heard terrible tales, but I've never heard of such horrible upbringing as this. Richmond has also revealed that DMX had been arrested over 30 times when he was younger. He said that DMX battled drug addiction for much of his adult life. And the rapper entered treatment for drug abuse many times. Back in the year 2017, he canceled his concerts to return to rehab. The news was shared on Instagram. In his ongoing commitment to putting family and sobriety first, DMX has checked himself into a rehab facility. He apologizes for his canceled shows and thanks his fans for their continued support. DMX concluded his interview with Talib by saying, "You never know when the things you stored away are going to come out and just fall all over the place. Let me open this door and start dealing with this right now before it comes out at the wrong time and I just have a meltdown." That's what's helped with addiction and sobriety. It was the year 1986 when DMX was sent to jail after he stole a dog from a junkyard. 2 years later, he was again sent to prison for carjacking. Let me tell you that DMX later moved to a higher security prison after he attempted to extort a fellow inmate for drugs. DMX was eventually released in the summer of 1988, but that didn't end his battles with drug abuse. In the year 2000, the rapper served 15 days in jail for possession. The next year, he again served jail for possession and driving without a license. DMX eventually entered rehab to treat his addiction in 2002. However, the rapper pleaded guilty in New Jersey to possession in January 2002. 2 years later, DMX was at the John F. Kennedy International Airport when the rapper was arrested on charges of cocaine possession and driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol. He was again arrested on the drug and animal cruelty charges in May of 2008. At a hearing on December 30th, the rapper pleaded guilty to charges of possession, animal cruelty, and theft. He was eventually sentenced to 90 days in jail on January 31st of 2009. Then in 2013, he was arrested multiple times for driving without a driver's license, driving under the influence, and possession. So why wasn't he able to overcome his addiction? Well, there can be many reasons. The rapper was dealing with many mental health issues, and he even suffered from bipolar disorder. Moreover, his childhood might also be one of the reasons. He was born to an 18-year-old Joe Barker, 19-year-old Arnett Simmons. He went through a disjointed childhood that included being by his mother and even her boyfriends. The rapper was so badly that he lost teeth and sustained several cuts and bruises on his face. He eventually began wandering the streets of Yonkers to escape the abuse of his mother. He then met Reddy Ron. Ron was impressed by Earl's beatboxing skills and asked Earl to become his partner.